Hello and welcome. The topic of today's video will be the physical appearance in astrology, and I will focus on each sign and tell you how it influences the way you look. Now, the signs are not the only aspect that we take into consideration. The rising sign, of course, is very important, but any planets close to the ascendant also play an important role. Your sun sign, your moon sign, stellium also, stelliums in a certain sign. So when watching this video, don't just watch your rising sign, but also pay attention to your sun sign, to your moon sign. If you have any stellium in one of the 12 signs, also watch that part of the video so that you can gain a better understanding of the effect of the signs on your physical appearance. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so let's start from Aries. So Aries rules the head, and with a prominent Aries in the birth chart, there is oftentimes something that really stands out about the face. It's either the forehead, the eyebrows, or the eyes. The facial features are sharp with high cheekbones, narrow jaw, narrow face. The hairline is oftentimes of a V shape. The hair is can be blonde, red, or even if it's brown, there is oftentimes like a red undertone to it. When it comes to the complexion, it is often either dusk red or reddish. And males with a prominent Aries tend to go bald early. The nose is narrow and hooked, or it can be also upturned with nostrils exposed. Generally, people with strong Aries, they are fond of color red, and they're very energetic as well. But here today I'm just focusing on the physical appearance. So this is what I've got for you, and let's move to the next sign. Thank you. All right, so let's look at Taurus. So if your sun, moon, ascendant is in Taurus, or if you have a stellium in Taurus, then this part of the video applies to you. Now, Taurus rules the lower part of the face, so the lower jaw, lower teeth, but also our ears, tonsils, and the neck. So these are the important parts of the body that applies to Taurus sign. So here with when it comes to the face, there's oftentimes fullness in the lower part of the face. The neck is often thick with broad shoulders, and generally the facial features are of a soft nature because Taurus is ruled by Venus, the planet of harmony and balance. And Venus can also give people with prominent Taurus soft and thick hair. However, this is also a generalized interpretation because this strongly depends on the placement of Venus within your chart. However, the purpose of this video is to discuss, to focus on the signs, and in a different video I will explain further the planetary placements and how they impact our physical appearance. So here, returning back into Taurus. Now, the lips are full and the nostrils are wide. And finally, the feet and the hands are often large and warm. Now, in a man's chart, when Taurus is prominent, the Adam apples is also pretty notable, visible. All right, so this is what I've got for you about Taurus, and let's move to the next sign. Thank you. All right, so let's look at Gemini. So Gemini rules the arms, shoulders, lungs, and fingers. So here, people with a prominent Gemini in their birth chart, they like to use their hands to express themselves, to get their message across to others. You will find that oftentimes they also like wearing bracelets and rings. Now, Gemini is a dual sign, so oftentimes people with a strong Gemini in their birth chart, they also like to change their appearance, their style, frequently. So here they are very intellectual. Communication plays a huge role in their lives. And when it comes to the face, the eyes are sparkling and twinkling. The complexion is either reddish or dark, and their shoulders are broad and the arms are long. When it comes to the hair is often fine and thin. Obviously, it depends on other factors in the birth chart. That these are the key characteristics for prominent Gemini in the birth chart. In males, there is a tendency towards boldness, and generally they can't stand still for too long. Right, so this is what I've got for you about Gemini. Let's move to Cancer. All right, so let's look at Cancer. Cancer, the water sign. So here, people with a prominent Cancer in their birth chart, they are very expressive of their emotions. So it's easy to read their state of mind, their moods, based on their facial expression. Now, Cancer rules the stomach, the breasts, and the rib cage. And with a strong Cancer in your birth chart, these parts of the body can be small. Now, it also depends on other factors, other placements, but this is the general interpretation of for this sign. Now, the face is often round, and the complexion fleshy and pale. The hairline is rounded as well. So here, when it comes to Cancer, we've got actually two types of Cancer. There is a full moon Cancer type, and there is a new moon Cancer type. So a full moon Cancer type. So when the moon is full, it is fully visible in the sky. So the face of a full moon type is round with full lips. The eyes are set deeply as well. And when it comes to the new moon type, the face will be relatively slender and narrow, and the eyes will be big and sad. All right, so this is what I've got for you about Cancer. Let's move to Leo. Thank you. Right, so let's look at Leo. So Leo rules our heart and our back, and with a prominent Leo in the birth chart, the face is usually angular and with high cheekbones, flushed and reddish complexion. Now the eyes are big and open, the lips are full, and the body is full and larger than average. The head is also usually large with a pronounced chin and flaring nostrils. The body temperature is warm, and finally the shoulders are broad and the hips narrow. Now, something important for people with a prominent Leo in their birth chart is their hair. In males, there's a tendency towards baldness, but here, females especially, they really love looking after their hair. So the hair plays an important role in these people's lives. Now, finally, the body is overly muscular and the voice is strong. And this is what I've got for you about Leo. Now let's move to Virgo. Thank you. Right, so let's look at the Virgo. So Virgo in our body rules the intestines and the immune system. And with a prominent Virgo in the birth chart, the hair is often fine and thin, prone to premature dryness. The skin can be dry with a tendency towards dehydration. So with a strong Virgo in the birth chart, it's really important to keep your body, your skin hydrated. Now with water, with lotions and whatever is needed. Now when it comes to the lips are long and thin, and the nose is often long, narrow and pointy. The complexion is usually dark, and the head and hands are relatively small, but the body is overall well proportioned. So this is what I've got for you about Virgo, and let's move to Libra. Thank you very much. Now let's look at Libra. So Libra ruled by Venus. There is a lot of harmony and balance that comes with these energies, and if your sun, moon, ascendant is in Libra, or if you have a stellium in Libra, then this part of the video strongly applies to you. Now Libra rules the kidneys and the lower back, and with a prominent Libra in the birth chart, the body is usually well proportioned. The face is oval or occasionally round, and the upper part of the face, the forehead, is round, and so is the hairline. The voice is usually really pleasant, and so is the whole appearance, the physical appearance, attractive and good looking, with very pretty eyes. Oftentimes the nose is really small and petite. I know this won't be the case for everyone, depends really where Venus is present in the birth chart, but oftentimes for Libras, the nose is small. Now the hair is shiny and lovely in touch, and finally the hands are often narrow and long. So this is what I've got for you about Libra, and let's move to Scorpio. Thank you very much. Right, so let's look at Scorpio now. So Scorpio ruled by both Pluto and Mars. It governs in our body genitals, sweat glands, and the nose. So here, with a prominent Scorpio in the birth chart, the hair is often thick and the eyebrows are either joint or V-shaped. Now the nose is notable, sometimes it's crooked, and the voice is low or even sexy. Now there's a tendency towards acne, towards scars or excessive sweating here, because I've mentioned earlier that Scorpio rules the sweat gland, so there could be tendency towards excessive sweating, especially if there is a strong or excess of water element in the birth chart. Now the bones are thick and strong, and also the facial expression is often serious, or generally it might be difficult to read these people's moods, state of mind, because they are not that expressive of their emotions when it comes to their facial expression. And there is a tendency towards wearing dark clothes, dark colors, black even. So this is what I've got for you about Scorpio, and let's move to Sagittarius. Thank you. All right, so let's look at Sagittarius now. So Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, it governs in our body hips, thighs, and buttocks. So there is usually something really remarkable about the legs. They are often long and attractive with high waist. Now Sagittarius is one of the most optimistic signs of the zodiac. So here, if your sun, moon, ascendant is in Sagittarius, or if you have a stellium in Sagittarius, you are likely to have a very positive outlook on life. The smile is big, the teeth are also often big, and the laugh is loud and cheerful. The nose is usually straight and long, and the hair is long and straight as well, and oftentimes it is brown. So this is what I've got for you about Sagittarius, and let's move into Capricorn. All right, so let's look at Capricorn now. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So if your sun, moon, or the ascendant is in Capricorn, or perhaps if you have a stellium in Capricorn, then this part of the video applies to you. Now, with a prominent Capricorn in the birth chart, there is often a tendency towards having a well-proportioned features and a clean look, with a lean and slender face, with a narrow chin, long and small neck. Now, the head is usually small, so are the lips, and the bones are strong, while the fingers are long with prominent joints. Now, there is often a tendency here with a strong Capricorn in the birth chart towards having problems, skin problems, nail and gums issues as well. So here also, especially if Capricorn is rising, the hair might be white or even pale. So here, this is what I've got for you about Capricorn, and let's move into Aquarius. Thank you very much. All right, so we reached Aquarius. So if your sun, moon, or the ascendant are in Aquarius, or perhaps if you have a stellium in Aquarius, then this part of the video applies to you. Aquarius in our body governs the ankles and the blood circulation of the body. So here, with a prominent Aquarius in the birth chart, the face is usually long, and so is the neck, and the complexion is clear. Now, the head is often round or oval, with a high forehead. The voice is intelligent, and the hair is often frizzy or difficult to manage. Now, there is something really unusual about these types. Oftentimes, their hair is colored, blue or silver even. Now, their clothing style might also be pretty unique, or they might have some body art, tattoos. So a very unique hairstyle, very unique way of dressing themselves. So that's very much Aquarian. So this is what I've got for you about Aquarius, and let's move to Pisces. All right, so we reached Pisces now. Pisces, ruled by both Jupiter and Neptune, it governs in our body, our feet, our toes, and the immune system. So if you have your sun or your moon or your ascendant in Pisces, or perhaps if you have a stellium in Pisces, then this part of the video especially applies to you. So here with a prominent Pisces in the birth chart, the face is usually large, so are the eyes, and there is something really special about the eyes. They are dreamy, they are sweet, they can look sleepy as well or watery. Now the complexion is often pale, the lips are full and loose. The voice is sweet, and there is often something unusual about either the shoes or the feet. So the feet might have a very unique shape, or perhaps people with a dominant, prominent Pisces in their birth chart, they might have a very interesting, unique shoe taste. So one of the examples is Rihanna. She's got her sun in Pisces, and she wears a very interesting shoes, and she even designed some very interesting designs when it comes to shoe wear. And this is what I've got for you about Pisces. Thank you very much. All right, so we reached the final sign for this presentation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.